Alright guys, Doug from Pinetree Line Outdoors. I'm here doing a little TP camping with my buddy Jamie. I purchased this camp wood stove from Princess Auto for like 73 bucks or something like that. It's 22 inches by 18 inches. With the pipe and everything, it comes up to about 72 inches high. Got 4 legs. Comes with a stovepipe. Everything's in here right now. So when you open this up, by the way, it's 27 pounds. So when you open this up, you're gonna have everything in here. You have all your tubes. That's a leg, spark arrest system right on the top for your ashes to use to open the door and move wood around. Poker, I guess you'd call it. This is about 7 by 7, the opening here, to get wood in there, so that's pretty decent size. It's got a little latch to close. Up on the top here, if you want to keep it flat, you can cook on top of there, which you will see. And if you open it up, you want to hang some clothes, some socks, any kind of clothing that dry out, you can use that. You want to warm your mittens, especially out here in the winter. That's perfect. Haven't used it yet. We're here camping in the teepee. I'll link the video. It's the maiden voyage for this camp stove. Let's get it set up. Legs are easy to put on. You're just sticking them in. Little fly nuts. There we go, all set up. Just gotta get the piping on. We're gonna bring it in the teepee right now. Pipes are all 2.5 inch. All right, so we'll start with that one. Go on to the next one. And the third and final piece, and then we have the spark resistor. The camp stove from Princess Auto. Jamie, who was here the whole time, is going to join me to help me out with this. Basically, I'll give you some of the pros that I think. The biggest thing for me was the portability of it. Even though it's a little heavier at 27 pounds and you can get lighter ones, I mean, you're talking about $73 Canadian, which is what, like 50 bucks American maybe. Princess Auto is similar to Harbor Freight in the States, and basically all the piping, the legs, everything fits inside the stove itself. The legs could be a little shorter or adjustable. Again, I think price has a lot to do with it. I love the rack on the top for cooking, and then opens up later for hanging of clothing or anything like that. The efficiency of the stove, it burned really well. We didn't use a ton of wood. I did notice on one side of the stove you could see a lot of the heat, the redness almost like through the metal. Not sure if the same thickness is all the way around the barrel of the stove. It might be a thinner wall on that side, so that's a little bit concerning. Also, and other people have made the same complaint, there's no tray inside, or there's nothing to stop all the ashes and the coals. We actually at one point during the night had to empty part of the stove. Yeah. So those are the things that I found. We didn't use the spark arrest only because we're in a teepee. It just wasn't needed. It's the winter too. We're not, so the little bit of sparking there may have been, it all dissipated before it even left the teepee, because what do we got, 15 feet up there, so that wasn't a big deal. Jamie did the cooking on the stove, so
yeah, the cooking was good. I did notice there's a hot spot near the back where the pipe actually exits the stove. Other than that, I had a 15-inch cast iron on there, and it fit in there very well. So anybody that's going to be cooking out of a cast iron or a frying pan, like a 15-inch, that's a big pan. Like most guys or women are using 12-inch pans. Yeah, usually. But yeah, cooking on it was excellent. The one thing is, like, you got to get that temperature up nice and hot when you're cooking, because running into coals where it's not throwing off as much heat, you know, stoke that fire up, get it going, and it's just going to cook much better. I would have liked to have seen it just a little bit lower to the ground, just for sleeping wise as well.
Yeah, again, so adjustable or shorter legs would solve that problem. But again, when you factor in the affordability of it, I mean,
and like you say, if you're cooking on it, lower to the ground means you're going to be actually kneeling on the ground, whereas you could sit in a chair comfortably and cook, which, you know, you did the good and bad, right? Like, I mean, cost wise, like, you know,
I can't beat
it
that.
does its job. Exactly.
One of the other things, it's not going to heat a huge area, so this is probably 10-foot circumference teepee that we're in right now, and it radiated almost to the edges, but not. But this wasn't a completely sealed area. So to be fair, I think inside a smaller camp or an ice hut or in a canvas tent shelter, I think it would do a really good job. Would I buy it again? Absolutely, 100%. I mean, $73 Canadian. I mean, really, can't go wrong. It's the portability of it alone is worth the price. Would you buy one?
I'd buy one, yeah. I might do something a little bit different as far as the door goes. I found the door it was very weak and chintzy, but like say, cost efficient, yeah. Like, I mean, where are you gonna find a stove for that price?
Yeah, to the point about the door, it's only got one hinge, so I found it's a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
The dampener in the front kind of loosens up a little bit, so you have to tighten it once in a while. But again, you're driving that oxygen from the front of the stove anyway, so if it gets through the door, it's not a huge deal. But I can understand, you know, cost.
But weight-wise, like, I mean, you know, what, 27 pounds?
Yeah. And there's lighter versions. I mean, there's titanium versions. There's different kinds of steel, aluminum. Go for it. However, you're not going to get it for 73 bucks Canadian. I don't think so. I mean, that's the trade-off right there. So, all right, guys, that's it for the review of the camping stove from Princess Auto. Put a link to it. I'm not an affiliate, or we're not affiliates of Princess Auto or anything like that, just so it's easier to find for you. If you're interested in ordering one, I got mine online, and worked out just perfect. All right, guys. Again, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have a website, ptloutdoors.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.